Alright folks, here's a little more in-depth review of the Occidental Builder's Zip Vest. I've been looking for a vest for quite some time. I was looking at the Atlas vest and Diamondback vest. They look like great quality vests. I have not used one or purchased one. What I didn't like about those was for the price and or cost of the vest, you also had to buy a significant amount of attachments, pouches, etc. To kind of configure the vest how you might use it. What I like about this vest, the Occidental Builder's Zip Vest, they have different other vests that Occidental provides. What I liked about this vest is a lot of the features of the vest were incorporated into the vest itself right from the start, and then you can also customize it based on your configuration, your work style, and so forth. So I'll get on with the review here. I've been using Occidental products for quite some time now, upward to 20 years. I've rigged, I've got different finishing rigs and framing rigs and so forth, and their products just hold a beating. They withstand a beating for sure. So highly recommend anything Occidental related for that matter, and I'm not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form, although I would love to be. But they came out with this vest recently, and purchased this one on Amazon right around the holiday season. And what I was looking for in a vest was something that I can use around the shop, where I work in a small shop, and I didn't want bags kind of hanging off the vest or my tool system, whatever rig I determined I was going to go with. I just didn't want a lot of excessive bulk kind of dragging things around. And then when I'm in the shop, I often don't really need fasteners on me because I usually have them within reach. I got these little trays that I keep things in. So I didn't need the excess of bulk. However, I wanted the option, if I was going out in the field or just, I'm remodeling the house, excuse me, I wanted to be able to add a fastener bag to my rig if I chose to do so. So I wanted a little bit of versatility, but didn't want to continue to move my tools from one rig to a bag and a pouch, and I wanted everything to kind of be in one setup, and then easily or quickly add fastener bags to it as I could. And Atlas and Diamondback seemed like that they would provide that. But again, driven by the cost of trying to accumulate all of those products and maybe buying something, returning it, and so forth. Just didn't want to go through that. I already had a lot of Occidental products that I have purchased, so I was trying to stay loyal to that brand. And it seems like it's gonna work out great for me. So I've had the vest now for about a month, and I've been working around the house. Like I said, I'm remodeling the house, and had this doing flooring, which was great because it's all right here over the center of gravity. I could take tools off the vest that I wasn't using to even minimize the bulk even more. So I really liked being able to do that and move stuff around if I chose to do so. I can basically make this configuration, this vest, whatever I need it to be, based on what I'm doing. Framing, finish, around the shop, you name it. Just small projects around the house. I can take all this stuff off and just have a couple small things. I'm not putting it in my pockets and bending over and things are falling out, or putting holes in my pockets and vice versa. I can make this vest what I need it to be based on what I'm doing for work, and that is it. Just increased productivity, time, and so forth. So as you can see, it's very tight to the body. Has a lot of good adjustment. You get this shoulder support over here. I did add a back support. You can kind of see here, this is Occidental's back support. And then this is just a MOLLE attachment for my phone. So my phone will actually slip right in there. Did I need the back attachment for support? No, did not need that at all. It was just an accessory that I had around. Took it off another rig now that I'm going to be using this as my primary tool rig and belt system, vest, whatever you want to call it. So I just added it on there, and it's a great feature, great upgrade. That just goes right through the, there's a little clip here that you can take on and off, adjust that, and vice versa. You can bring the vest as high as you need it or as low as you need it. So I got this thing pretty bulked out. Again, great range of motion. You know, bending over and vice versa, stuff's not falling out. I did make a couple tweaks to my setup to help things from not falling out. The main issue I was having was the added sheath that I use. I just had a couple extra. One sheath does come with the vest for your knife or any other tool, and there's a dedicated slot here. However, there's an area here. I got my snips and my chisel. That sheath can go in there as well. So you can pack this thing out as much as you need to, and add as many sheaths as you like. I chose to put a couple sheaths over here. I've always used a sheath from Occidental for my bits. One thing I just recently did here, I use a lot of 6-inch bits, and I put tape on the top of it so when the bits are in the sheath, I know what bit I'm using. For example, white is going to be a Phillips head. You know, I can look in from the top, I can see red tape, I know that's going to be a number 15 torque head bit. I've never had a problem because it's always been in my tool belt down here, and my bits, you know, I can just reach down and grab what I like. What I was finding is because the sheath was here, when I bent over, these were wanting to fall out. So my fix to that was to basically take an earth magnet, as you can see right there, and I just basically put a little screw through the side and then reinforce it with some 2-part epoxy glue, spray glue, just to kind of keep that there. So now when I have the bits in there, for the most part, they're pretty solid. There's a couple of floaters that might come out, but I say majority of the time they're staying right there now. One of the things I do is I got this little extension from a combination square. What I like to do is I always like to have that just for a small measuring. You know, sometimes it's a little awkward with the tape trying to line that up. I just kind of keep that right here in the little slot right there in the sheath that just slides right in there, and then hugs itself right in between the vest, and now stays nice and secure. So that is always available to me. Ruler, again, this could go anywhere. I could put it here, I could put this stuff over here. On this side of the vest, you can kind of see this pocket actually goes from this point to this point, and there's some hook and loop Velcro inside this pocket. So I think Occidental's idea was that this is kind of a versatile pouch. You could put fasteners in there, Velcro it shut. When you bend over, things aren't coming out. Anything really you could put in there. You could even put a speed square in there if you like. I opted to use it for additional tools that I like to keep on my persons, and everything stays nice and secure. Nothing is screwed in or fastened to the pouch. Everything is just locked right into the pouch. One of the things I did for my putty knife, again, keep that on a sheath. My combination square goes right inside that slot like I showed you earlier. I'll take that out for a minute. Again, I was having issues with the putty knife coming out. One of the things I'm going to do is put a little magnet right here that goes to, and that will keep that from coming out. I did get a magnet from Holstery, just as another added feature that I might like to have. Again, Holstery, great products. These are the first few products that I've used from them. I just wanted a little extra versatility of the vest. Like I said, I keep my combination square in this little slot back here, which is kind of a good home for it, but sometimes I'm, trying to find that slot. If I'm using this regularly, I can just slap it right to that magnet and it will stay right there. So, you can use that magnet for anything, an added tool, whatever you like, pliers and so forth, fasteners, bits, whatever you might be using, it's interchangeable. Great option for bits here on the bottom. Easy to see down over the tools. I can still kind of see and feel what I got going on down there. One of the things I really like that Occidental provides is these kind of like little belt clips or tool clips all throughout the vest. They're very versatile. You can put tools right in there, no problem. Different items, even a putty knife will fit in there, no problem. Tape measure, you can clip that on there. They kind of spread them out throughout the vest. There's one on the side over here, you got one over here. There's another one on the side over here underneath this speed square. This one is not pass-through. These are all a pass-through type hook. So I opted to kind of put my tape measure over here. However, again, speaking about versatility of the vest, sometimes I will have it right here in front of me. One of the things that I wanted to be able to do is if I wanted to move my tape measure around for whatever reason, I can, want to use this for a drill or some other tool, I can move my tape measure to another portion of the vest. Sometimes here, if I'm working, the tape measure might be kind of against the table and I want to put it off to the side. So I picked up, again, that clip from Holstery, tape measure, and I found that I can kind of clip it right on the, armpit area of the vest itself. It's not a dedicated hook of the vest, but provides an opportunity to hook on an attachment. So I really like that, and it's kind of like right here. It's easy to get to. This area was a little kind of like chicken wing for me to kind of get my tape measure in there, so that's why I kind of opted to put it right here, and it's always in the same spot. The hammer, this comes with the vest, and again you have all of these hook points. If you go on Occidental website, they provide some different rigs that can click in using their loop system. So they have a full bag that you can actually attach to this vest should you want to increase the vest capability where your tools are a little bit more lower than versus on your chest. Maybe you're constantly leaning up against a cabinet or something like that, and you're worried about scraping it. You can now bring that stuff off to the side if you like. But one of the things that, for that reason, I do like the Occidental vest is a lot of this is very kind of smooth. I mean, yes, you could, you need to be careful if you're leaning up against a finished surface. but a lot of this area is relatively smooth, and you can kind of move things around. Like if I felt like this was going to be an issue, you know, I could put it up here, you know, I have that ability to do that. So again, versatility, being able to quickly change the configuration of the vest based on what you're doing in the field without having to spend a significant amount of time of, you know, trying to unstrap a, you know, hook and loop mechanism or fastener or whatever it is. Everything kind of clips right into place, and a lot of the options of the vest are built into the vest already. One of the things that I felt wasn't significantly adequate for the vest was an area for the speed square. I did purchase this bag from Occidental. This is their large pouch, and it has a little speed square slot in it. Again, I didn't want something that was too outrigged. I want a lot of the tools to be carried on my center of gravity, which was over my chest. So I wasn't looking particularly for a bag that had, you know, slots in it, even though Occidental provides that. I just wanted something that fits my speed square. However, I did purchase this, and I'm gonna have a purpose for it. I have this hooked into one of the loops, and then the speed square slits right in there. But being around the shop, I work in a two-car garage. You know, things are a little tight sometimes. You know, the bag was kind of catching on some things, and I just didn't necessarily want that to be the long-term option for my speed square. I did try the holstery option. I found for this vest, I didn't really care for it. You can, you know, hook the speed square into the vest. It is pretty solid. You can go right or left configuration. I even tampered with drilling an extra hole and trying to rig it sideways, so I was sliding the speed square in from the end or this way. I tried several different configurations, and it works great when you have this on the clip. It does work fairly decent in the sense that the speed square kind of has some flexibility and movement, so when you're bending down, it kind of pushes itself out of the way. However, for me, trying to return the speed square to the holster on this configuration and setup, this just had a little bit of too much give, sort of say. So I wasn't creating muscle memory where the speed square was automatically going to the same spot every time. I was kind of fumbling how does that speed square get into that loop? I found this setup on eBay called Quick Draw. Give me 1 second, I got the packaging over here. Quick Draw. I don't know if some guy's making this on his 3D printer or what, but it's a patented design for a speed square. It was only like $10 on eBay. I just got it today, and kind of again, boom, just slides right in there. You got a right or left configuration. It's very solid. You can kind of see these little tabs here. If you push the speed square all the way down, it locks in really well. And again, now when I'm working, it's solid, it's on my persons, it's tight to the body, and it's not gonna kind of fly out like with the holstery one. It was kind of pushing the speed square out, so I could unintentionally damage a finished surface by having my speed square kind of pushing out. Again, this isn't a fully protected area here, but it is tight to my persons, and I have an idea of where this is in relative to my work surfaces. And if I need to, I can pull this right off and convert right back to a bag. Now I have a a nylon bag that is on the outside of my person, so that's gonna be a little bit more protected if I'm around some delicate work areas. So again, versatility, maybe this works for you. I didn't particularly care for it. Maybe there's a day where I don't need the vest at all, but I need my speed square. Maybe this will just go right on my belt. But again, versatility. Great little spot for notepads, my nail sets, pencils. Everything is right here, locked in on the body, fully adjustable. Great option. Having these little pouches and bags, usually a smaller one by Occidental. I can clip those anywhere I need on these little clips, even in here if I need to. I can create the system that I need based on what I'm doing for the day or the week and vice versa. I do have some back problems, so I was looking for a rig that is kind of takes some of that weight off my back. Just over a long period of time. Sometimes when you're wearing a rig, even with the back support and the great systems that Occidental provides, you just kind of get a lot of slouching and there's a lot of pressure on the lower back. I did want a vest, and I really looked for something that was going to, hug the body tight and kind of take some of that pressure off the back. And I really feel like this is doing that. So highly recommend taking a look at the Builder's Vest by Occidental, Builder's Zip Vest for that matter. A lot of the features are built into the vest versus Atlas and Diamondback, which do look like great products. You just got to kind of spend additional money to get some of the basic features that this vest provides. Just simple things like having a spot for a knife in the sheath, and then they give you the hammer loop right here. But again, you can configure this however you like. Take a look at it. Occidental leather products. Been using them for years, and I tell you what, they withstand a beating. So I am confident that this thing is going to last a lifetime. So this is a great product. Thanks for watching. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments. I'll do my best to provide an answer. Yeah, take a peek. Occidental Builder's Vest. Great product. Thanks for watching.